Okay, what is everybody? Today we're back again with another video. Today we are going to be talking about my favorite tips, my favorite kind of little tweaks and things that you can do to try and make your night hunting just a little bit better. I know I've done one in the past, but I've done so much more night hunting and I've noticed I've kind of gotten a little bit away with giving away some tips that I feel like you could improve on, and so I wanted to do another episode on this and going in a little bit more detail on things that I would recommend. Now we are going to be starting off with some PC exclusive things, just because console can't actually do this in the game settings in terms of changing the graphics quality. But something that I would recommend if you're on PC and you haven't done this already, go under the graphics setting right over here and go all the way until volume fog quality. So this just basically adjusts the quality of volumetric fog, medium performance impact. So even if you have a lower computer, turning this off could actually improve some of your frame rates as well. But generally, Quattro Cleaners is not going to be a bad map in terms of fog, but you can see I have kind of this graininess in front of my screen, and if I'm using the normal binoculars, everything is a little bit more grayish and kind of the same color. The same thing goes for this. It's all a little bit more grainy and it just doesn't look as good. In comparison, if I go under graphics setting here again and turn the volume fog off, you can see some of this like white grayish grain in front of my screen goes away, and the binoculars are going to be a little bit more crisp and you can see things just a little bit better, and that is going to be going for both of these. Now, you might not see this as much in the video, but definitely if you do it on your computer, you will definitely see an improvement and things are going to be a lot better. Now, second thing, this is again going to be for everybody. If you're using the night vision binoculars, which really I would highly recommend you go ahead and get this, because this is going to make your life so much more easier spotting things. Now I'm going to try and adjust this for you guys in the video so that for on screen you guys can see things a little bit better, but look how easy it is for me to spot things here. And the reason that for me, at least on my screen, this looks a lot more clear than probably for you is I have my contrast turned up ever so slightly, so that the kind of outlines of the animals stand out a little bit more in comparison to this like very bright green that you generally have. I also generally turn down my brightness ever so slightly just to kind of not have that really glaring green in my face. Now for console players and PC players, this is usually the same. You just go in your monitor or TV, go under settings and just turn your contrast up slightly and turn your brightness down ever so slightly. Now I'm going to give you a comparison. If you don't have the night vision binoculars, this is what I would see without. Unless they're like kind of like the gray or olive variation, things like these wolves are going to be really hard to spot. Like if I didn't have the spotting on, I would probably not even know that there's a wolf there. Now I would see that one, but I wouldn't see that one. And a lot of animals are not very bright at night. They are usually rather dark, and that just makes this a little bit more difficult. Now in terms of the sights, I actually prefer using the normal sights because I have the handy dandy. Now where are the animals? There they are. I have the handy dandy thing that I can spot animals, which if you don't know how to do that, that is under skills, ambusher, and it is this one right here, sight spotting. So you have to unlock all of these to go ahead and get over here. But I just like this more just because I have a little bit more zoom in comparison to the night vision scope here, which is really, look, I can't even spot them because they're that far away. That is definitely a trade-off that I would not give away for this bright green here. Now if you really needed to because you can't see anything, go for it, take it with you, but generally I would say this is not a very helpful thing to take with you. It could be helpful for if you have some close shots and you really can't see anything, but for anything above 300 meters, yeah, not my favorite thing. Now for bows, there is something that you can do there as well, and I think this actually comes with the normal game. So look, if you want to try and shoot something with a bow, now it is very bright right now here in Quattro Cleaners, but you might want to have something a little bit better and a little bit more handy with you. So you can take with you the bright side single pin sight, which once you equip it here, you have a very bright arrow pointing to where you're trying to aim. Now this is not going to make it any brighter behind. You can turn your light on like this, which might make it more easy, but some people, if you want to go a bit more realistic, this is going to be the thing for you. Now something that a lot of people ask me, do animals actually see this light here when you shine it straight at them? No, they do not. It is basically just like you're looking at them like this, but you will need to take the tracks with you to go ahead and look at tracks and zones, because you will not see them otherwise. And I will show you guys that here in just a quick second. Let me go ahead and shoot something back there and we will track it, and I will show you the difference what the light does versus what the light does not do. So let's look if I can hit that wolf there. That is a good hit. Let me go walk over there and show you guys what the tracks do if you have the lights on or off, and kind of what my tips are for those again. Okay, now look, I spotted the point where the dog is here, and there is tracks here, because if I walk through here, I should at some point go ahead and get, like, examine track. Like, look, I could see it here, but I'd have to be like right here to examine this track, and trying to find that without the light, really difficult. Now, the wolf is right over here, but let me show you how this would be if I walked away again, turned my lights on. Wow, I see all of these tracks right here. I see my blood lighting up, and I see the downed animal lighting up as well. Plus, well, obviously you can see the colors like this. So having the light on is very helpful for this. Now, just got a double lung shot there, nothing too special, but there is a downside to having the light on, and I will show you that right now, right here. Now let's see, I want to go through here and I want to see the tracks. Perfect, you have the tracks on, but you come to the shore here and I want to see an animal on the other side. I don't see a thing. It just looks black and gray for me here. I do not see anything. Turn the light off. Wow, I can actually see something now. So forever when you're going in a scope for spotting, this is going to be fine. Just turn the lights off, because if you have it on, yeah, you can see a vast difference. There's a lot more contrast and a lot more detail here if you have the light turned off. Now you can just turn it off for the shot and turn it back on, and that works perfectly fine. If you don't know how to turn the light on and off, by the way, on PC it is L, and I believe on console it is pressing the left thumbstick down, and that will toggle it on or off. So that's how you do it there. Now in terms of the night binoculars, there is no difference turning the light on or off. Now you can hear I'm turning it on, I'm turning it back off. You do not see a difference. So if you're just going to go with this equipment and the scope here, you are not really going to notice any difference having the light on or off. So that's a plus side to using this, but it's not hard to turn the light on or off. It's just pressing a button once and twice. So that's why I prefer just using the Hyperion or Argus scope for this, but you could do it, like I said, if you really wanted to. But generally, if I go around here, I don't have the night vision scope with me. I will just turn the light back off and only turn it on once I actually shoot something, or if I'm trying to find certain tracks, or if I'm going up a mountain just to see kind of what was roaming around here, or if I can find any lucky zones up and about. Another thing that I do always want to say is, just because it's night, this does not mean that the animals are less or more alert. They're going to be the same alertness as they were as if it was daytime, so that doesn't really affect the animals. And like I said, lights don't affect them as well, so you can have your light on, like I said, the entire time. I would just not recommend it. I would recommend turning the lights off and spotting things, and then turning it back on when you're trying to track or when you're trying to find zones around. Now, as you can see, sometimes it might even be smart just to walk around like this with these binoculars, because, well, you have more detail. But for that, you're going to need a clear sky, and you're going to need a map that is very bright. Things like Medved, I also never bring this scope generally with me, just because it's so bright already with the white and the snow. So if you have that on, it is just going to be such a bright light in your face. And that's another reason why I try and turn down the contrast, and turn up the contrast and turn down the brightness just a little bit, just so that you don't have this glaring green in your face. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my kind of night hunting tips and tricks. If you did, please definitely make it sure and go ahead and hit that like button, as it really does help the video out and just makes it so that more people can learn how to hunt at night a little bit more effectively and a little bit more efficiently. Also, if you like the content here on the channel and you haven't done so yet, please definitely make sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new content just like that. And have a good day. Bye bye and peace.